Good afternoon, Suchitra ma'am. I'm still waiting for a few more participants. So please be patient. What do you do, ma'am? I hope I am audible. That's good, Suchitra ma'am, our teacher. Very few have joined. I'm still waiting. Good evening, everyone. You need to unmute Anita ma'am. We can't hear you. Please unmute. Please unmute yourself. Anita ma'am, you are saying something. Audio go.
Okay, I'm from Birla.
You are from
Dehradun.
Dehradun. Okay, right. But your voice is not coming.
Just
Yeah.
disturbance is coming.
Okay, okay. You can write in chat if you are saying something. Please write in the chat.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. Now I can.
I am from Birla Open Minds, in Birla Open Minds, Dehradun.
Okay, right. Great,
So
ma'am.
from where are you? You are from Delhi?
Yes, yes. I'm in Delhi.
Okay.
So I could see in group people from different places have connected. You have got this information from AIF portal, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. From my school.
Okay. Actually, I posted on LinkedIn and on AIF WhatsApp group also.
Okay. Ma'am, your sound is very low. I will check it again. I will rejoin.
Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? am I audible? Right, right. Okay. So are there any students also in the group, or we have teachers here? It seems most of, okay, right. Someone has raised the hand. Redmi Note 8. That's a student? Someone with Redmi Note 8 is trying to say something? Okay. Sampurna Pati. Yes, okay. That's a student we have here. Right. Welcome, Sampurna. So I think we should start because it's already 4 or 6. We still have people coming in and joining. Well, I would start with a quote. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Good evening, everyone. I am Kirti Bajaj Tandon, an emotional counselor. And as we all know, we are here to discuss a very important topic, exam phobia. As we all know, exams are all around the year these days. Students have to face exams every now and then. And in fact, life is all about taking exams. At every step of our life, we have to take exams, some or the other kind of an exam. So it's all about facing the exams, facing the test without fear, with courage in mind, strong headed. And how can we do that? This is we will be discussing here in this session. But to proceed further, I would like to narrate a story, though it's not a new one, but we all need reminders time and again just to inspire and to keep us motivated. So the story is about a gentleman who was passing by an elephant's camp. So, to his amazement and his wonder, he saw that the elephants were not tied with any chains or put in any cages. What was holding them? Namrata ma'am, please mute yourself. So, what was holding them was only a small piece of rope. And he was amazed and confused as to what was stopping them back to escape from the camp. It was just a small piece of rope only tied to one of their legs, and they could easily break it and escape. But they were not even trying to do so. So, to clear his confusion, he asked a trainer who was passing nearby, and the trainer replied that when these elephants are young and too small, they try to break this rope. They are tied with the same small piece of rope in one of their legs, and then at that time they try to break it. But they are too young to do that. At that time, this small piece of rope is enough to hold them. And then they become conditioned that they cannot escape anyways. This rope can hold them back. So their mental ability stopped there, and they have stopped thinking that they can even try and behave stronger, that they are stronger. They don't know their strength. They are big huge elephants, and they don't really feel that they are such strong, so they don't even try. They don't even think of trying it. They think that this rope can hold them back. So what lesson do we learn here is that we have to believe in ourselves. We have to understand that we are strong enough, and nothing in the world can stop us if we want to achieve. So I hope this is really inspiring in terms of exams, in terms of facing life. So now let us come to a topic, exam phobia. Please allow me to start my PPT. So what is exam phobia? This is a fear that is unexplained, that is immense, and that actually crosses the boundaries and is unable, the child or the student of any age group is unable to control. They are so fearful that they want to avoid taking the exams, taking the tests, and this fear of failure, of facing it, failing from it, turns into anxiety and depression in many cases. And especially post COVID, students are very much addicted to social media, and they have these online resources to distract them. So they are engrossed so much in them that they just cannot think of giving exams properly. They have lost their confidence. They do not think that they are capable of facing the exams now. And many teachers are facing this issue that students are not studying even after understanding that they are not getting the concepts right. They just want to avoid exams. They want to they are just praying that they don't have to face the exams again. They would get online classes and they would be staying at home, and the exams should be skipped, or they should be passed anyways. But then that is not the solution. The solution is to face it with courage, head on, strong headed. If a student is facing positive thoughts, that means how a student would be thinking: I definitely have a better study plan for this test. That means that's a positive state of mind. He or she is ready to take the exam. This test is designed for me to show my skills and exactly how much I know. I am going to pass this test, but if I don't, I will do even better on the next exam. Obviously, just stay calm. It's only exams. Life give you opportunity again and again. Obviously, we are not supposed to miss ones that are coming in our way. But if that is missed, or if our efforts are less, then we can get another opportunity. There is no need to worry. So that's a positive state of mind. And what can be a negative thought be? If I do not pass this test, I am a failure. The test will have tricky questions. I do not test well at all. So that means student is considering relating himself, his capabilities, to the test that he is giving in class or during the competitive exams. Now, before proceeding further, there is a questionnaire. I would like all of you to please attempt it. This is a questionnaire to evaluate your own level of anxiety. On a scale of 1 to 5, you can put your scores on each question. These are 10 questions. And you don't have to tell me the scores, but this is just for you to see your level of anxiety and just check for yourself. I have visible signs of nervousness such as sweaty palms, shaky hands, and so on before a test. I have butterflies in my stomach before a test. I feel nauseated before a test. So you have to give a score of 1 to 5, as is, it must be visible to you. 1 is for never, 5 is for always. 2 is for rarely, 3 is for sometimes, 4 is for often. I feel nauseated before a test. I read through the test and feel that I do not know any of the answers. I panic before and during a test. I remember the information that I blanked once I get out of testing situation. I have trouble sleeping the night before a test. I make mistakes on easy questions or put answers in the wrong places. I have trouble choosing answers. Have you all marked, have you all scored it as per your? If you have done it, I will just go to another slide. Please add up your scores. Please write in the chat box if you're done. I'll change the slide. Please add up the scores. Please write in the chat if you're done. So add up the scores. If your scores are between 10 to 19, that means you have no test anxiety. I would say a little test anxiety is necessary to perform well. And if your score is between 20 to 35, there is some test anxiety, but that can be considered healthy. And if your score is above 35, that's an unhealthy level of anxiety, and you should get yourself checked with a mental health professional to help yourself. Yeah, I can see the score, Sangeeta ma'am and Anita Sehgal ma'am. So that's healthy. So what are the symptoms? As we have already seen in the questionnaire, these all are kind of symptoms. If you have sweaty palms, if you are fearful, if you have extreme nervousness, someone is unmuted. If you have extreme nervousness, there is stomach pain, butterflies in your stomach, there is dizziness, rapid heartbeat, high BP, negative thoughts, anger, feelings like crying, panic attacks, exam fever. There are many students who get fever, and there are many students, they get diarrhea the day before. Sometimes people have that travel anxiety as well, and the same symptoms appear at that time also. Any kind of anxiety and fear brings such kind of symptoms. So all these kind of symptoms. And now let us understand what is causing it. Obviously, if you want to tell what causes you can think of, please write in the chat box. There are the causes that the child is fearful that the parents and teachers discourage, and and he wants to come up to their expectations, and he or she knows that he would be compared with the society and other children and the classmates, and then everyone would look down upon him or her if he or she is unable to perform well. Obviously, his reputation and his level of intelligence is graded as per his academic grades. Obviously, that is not correct way of judging a person's intelligence, but then that is how things are happening. As per academic grades, students are considered intelligent or weak or average students. So they have low confidence. They have fear of scoring poorly on tests. Yes, obviously, parents' pressure, thinking the results beforehand. Yes, right. They are thinking the results beforehand. What if? What if? There is always a question, what if? There is peer pressure. Yes. What if I study everything and I know everything, and if I don't know 1 mark question, I will lose the marks. And then they are tensed. What if the syllabus comes out of the questions come from out of syllabus, and then such kind of doubtful questions are there in the mind. Then they have lack of knowledge in certain subjects that they find difficult. that is now the genuine problem, that they find it sometimes unable to focus or memorize while studying. So they need to have certain other strategies to adopt if they have difficulty in focusing and memorizing. There is a negative state of mind, and then they are comparing themselves with other students. Now, now we have now seen the causes, now how to overcome them. We can obviously overcome the exam fear in 3 stages. One is before the exams. We now know that exams are ahead 3 to 4 months, and then we can prepare well, and then during the exams, and then after the exams. Let us see the 3 stages that we have. First is before the exams. Now we can prepare ourselves very well now that exams are in our hands. We know that we have to give these exams. Is my PPT visible? It has changed. Is it visible? Okay, right. So before the exams, now things are in our hands. We can control them as we want. If we are still wasting time, obviously things will go out of our hands. So we have to prepare for it. We have to face it. Obviously, we cannot behave like an escapist, because then that develops into our personality for lifelong. What we are supposed to do? We have to make a timetable. We have to make a study plan. Obviously, these all things you have already heard before. What is new about it? The new thing is that you have to make it personalized. You don't have to go as per others' timetable, what your fellows are doing or what others are suggesting you to do. Make a timetable and study plan that suits you as per your needs. Check for subjects that you need to focus on. And obviously, think of difficult subjects and the easy subjects. You are not supposed to ignore the easy subjects. Do not take them for granted. If you are taking them for granted, obviously the subject that can give you 100% marks would not be able to do so for you if you are not studying it, taking it for granted. And if you are studying it at the last moment, only a few hours before your exam, obviously you would be scoring 50% or 60% in that, and that in that subject you could have scored 100% if you have given it enough time. And obviously you need to devote more time, extended hours, to the subject that you think you need more practice in, and you need to devote more time to. So you need to make your own timetable as per your needs. You need to make your own study plan, choose a location in your home or wherever, a place where you think you are comfortable studying. Do not make a drastic change in your study routines if someone else has suggested you to do so. Do it as what suits you in studies. Obviously, if you have 3 to 4 months or 5 to 6 months time to make the changes in your study routine, obviously you can do that. Before exams, if you have enough time to make changes into your routine, somebody has told you to wake up early at 4 o'clock to memorize and study, then you can do that if you have enough time to make changes in your routine. Otherwise, if you are a night person, study at night only. Obviously, early revisions are required. How can you do the revisions? If you have studied a topic, then the very next day, do the revision of that topic to make the concepts clear and imprinted in your mind. Then you can give a gap of 1 week, go back to that topic, revise it again. And then you can extend this period of revision. Maybe after 15 days, you can go back and revise. Then this topic would be, you would be very much comfortable in this subject. You're in that topic, the concept would be very much clear to you. Any doubts, if there are, you get enough time to clear that from your teachers. The meeting would be ended in, I think, another 10 minutes. So if that gets ended and our topic is not yet finished, we can join back. Please join back after that. So give proper attention to each subject, make short and concise notes. Obviously, make notes with your own handwriting rather than keeping the printouts. Because if you write notes with your own handwriting, then they leave a lasting imprint in your mind. And use colored pens, different colored pens for different uh, lines or different whatever, left, right, you are making a sentences, important things are needs to be highlighted. So use different colored pens while writing. And do also use different aids like make your flashcards, pictorials, web charts, flow charts, mind maps. They are very good to get imprinted in your mind. All these short and concise notes you keep stick on your walls, and you can see them while coming and going back into your room. So place them in a place where they are always visible. For example, formulas if you are learning, or any kind of definitions that you find tough, whatever things that you think that you need to look them back again and again, please stick them on your walls and you can go through them again. Always solve previous year's question papers that help you understand the pattern and the expectations from the examiner, and what you expect, what you can expect from your exam. Please go through the previous year question papers. They are always helpful. Now that we are now in the phase where exams are there, we have studied well, everything is done. Now the heartbeat is going up. We have to face it now anyhow. Whatever preparation has been done is a part of the past now. Now is the time of performance. Now is the time of showing. So what we have to do is we have to manage our anxiety. We have to manage our heartbeat, and we do not have to panic at all. So take slow, deep breaths that will help go flow of oxygen inside and relaxes your mind. Read the questions, directions, and instructions carefully. Do not miss on the instructions, because then there are chances that you would miss out important instruction and you would be making a mistake. Manage your time well for the test, as you have already prepared well with the previous year papers, so you know how to do it in time. So if you think you want to do 5 markers or 10 markers questions first, then start from the back, and then as the time passes, you can come back to 1 or 2 marks questions. Or if you want to go straight, do it that way, but do all the questions that you think are easy for you and you can do them fastly, and then go to the ones you think you are not able to get the answers at first. Then skip questions if you go blank and come back to them later. Just do not avoid them. Come back later, think again. After a while, if you think, you might be able to get some answers. At many a times, answers come from our daily life only. Many a times, questions come from our daily life only. So we can get quote examples from our daily life routine also. Many a times there are questions. If we don't know the book answers, then we can write from our knowledge also. There are chances that the answers get correct also. But obviously, if we are doing the competitive exams and we are doing MCQs, obviously we have to know the right answer. This only can be done in subjective answers. Now, once you are done, now that you have done, you are done. You do not have to think again. You just need to think what techniques worked for you and what did not work for you. The techniques that work for you, use them again. What techniques did not work for you, do not use them again. Review yourself and do not discuss. This is for parents and teachers. Obviously, parents usually try to discuss what your buddies have done, what you have done. This, you could have done this, you could have gotten your marks in this, and then these things should not be discussed. Now nothing can be changed. Results would be analyzed on the basis of the performance that has already been done. Now what we can do is we can set ourselves for the next exam. The next exam is ahead. We can only think about that. We cannot change the past. So whatever we have done, we have done. And if you have done good, if you know that you have done good efforts, honest efforts, and you would be doing it really well, then obviously you celebrate it. You know it that you have broken your own record with this test. Obviously, we are in competition with ourselves only, with our with the ones we were earlier, and now with the ones we are now. So we have to celebrate our success in overcoming this obstacle. So be happy, and at every step, success comes. What are the essential tips that we have to follow during all this? We have to make a study routine, a particular routine that will make us regularized in our studies. I can see many students these days who wake up with the phone in their hand and they sleep with the phone in their hand. There is no time for studies because they just do not want to face studies. They find them tough. So make a routine that would help you regularize your studies and avoid this panic at the last moment. Choose a comfortable location to study. Choose a proper time to study, as we have already discussed. What kind of person you are. If you are studying at the last moment, do not ever change your routines. If you are a night hawk, study at nights. If you're a morning person, study in the mornings. Proper sleep is a must. Do not change your sleep routines during the exams. Many students try to keep themselves awakened to study during the exams, and then they get restless or uncomfortable during the exam. They feel nauseated in the examination hall. So take proper sleep. Just do not make any drastic changes in your routine just before the exams. Do not forget to take breaks. There are many students who keep on studying, and then they forget to take breaks. Or if they are taking breaks, they are just like a passive participant, like playing a video game or listening to music. So if you are taking breaks, obviously have some healthy snacks and be an active participant, like go play outside, do some physical activity. That is a mind booster. These are brain boosters that you are supposed to adopt in your lifestyle. That also keeps your body healthy, mind healthy, oxygen flow is maintained, and you feel rejuvenated. And it's a break from your studies and stress as well. You get to see other things, go to the nature, you see the sun and the birds and everything. So you are connected to nature as well. Avoid comparisons with others, as I've already said, that we are in competition with ourselves only, not with others. Everyone has their own life, everyone has their own style of studying, and everyone has their own path and own professional path to follow, basically. Eat healthy food. That means fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fruit or vegetable salads. So take fresh foods and avoid caffeine, sugar, alcohol, high fat and sodium diets, processed foods, fried foods, chocolates, etc. So these food, obviously, they block your brains and you feel like sleeping. So it's a myth that they activate your brains, but then obviously they make you lethargic and then they make you aggressive also. Hormonal system is imbalanced when we take these processed foods. So talk it out. Talk it out with your parents. If you need help, talk it out with your teachers. If you need help, obviously you find a solution for the problem. If you are talking ahead, well ahead of your exams, then solutions can be found out for you. Relax your mind, do a positive self-talk. That means talk positive about yourself. Just don't criticize yourself that you are a failure or you cannot do so, you are incompetent. So you need to do all this. And view your exams as an opportunity to show how much time you have spent studying. That means your performance would be showing up if you have studied well. So think of it as an opportunity. Now, these are the questions for yourself